Hey everybody, Daniel here from Basement Tech. On this video I just wanted to provide a little follow-up and a couple of salient points from my most recently released video wherein I used a GPS module like the one here, in particular one based on a U-Blox core, to create a frequency reference / standard for my Basement Tech lab. There are a lot of videos on this topic, and the idea has been around for at least 5 years, so lots of people are doing this, and it's a pretty fascinating technique wherein the frequency reference, the frequency output, is updated by data from the GPS satellites. Now I could go into a lot of detail here, but as I said, there are a lot of great videos. You see the one at the top of the screen, and it is a particularly detailed and exquisite treatment of this topic, and I highly recommend watching that video. In the video, it also talks in detail about building this interface board. So the interface board provides a 50 ohm output for feeding into other instrumentation. 50 ohms is typical for that type of signal, as well as cleaning up the signal using Schmidt trigger inverting buffers. That's the IC you see in the middle of the board. Again, I could go into lots of detail about how to build that, but the video referenced at the top not only provides the schematic, but provides sort of a double-sided how to build it, how to hand build it, as I did here, diagram. So again, I would highly recommend watching that video. I'm only going to say it, I think, 2 more times, just to remind everybody what's going on here. So the U-Blox cores provide a pulse per second output like many GPSs do. The difference here is that the U-Blox application, which controls the device via USB, this USB here, allows the pulse per second to be set to any frequency that you need, up to about 10 megahertz. So I have it set to 1 megahertz, and you can see the output is within 1 hertz of 1 megahertz, which is pretty darn good. And using that interface board, the signal is pretty darn good. So I think all in all, this is a pretty darn good frequency reference. As I let this run, and as the GPS gets a lock on the satellites, I have noticed over a period of, say, 30 minutes or so, that that frequency will get even more accurate, closer to 1 megahertz. That's kind of all of what's going on here. So here are just a few very specific points, in addition to what's stated in the video that I keep saying, please go watch. Number one, and this will be the last time I say it, watch the video. It's a super detailed treatment of what's going on here. And again, there are many other great videos out in the YouTube universe, so good to watch. I didn't want to forget to mention, and I did in the last one and almost forgot again here, the application that controls this particular vintage of U-Blox core. It's a version 7, vintage 7 core, which is a little older. It's a 32-bit application, so don't get tripped up like I did and forget to load the 32-bit Windows C++ reloadable DLL/library thingies, in addition to the 64-bit ones, which you probably already have on your system. A point made in the aforementioned video is that if you choose frequencies that divide equally into 24 megahertz, the jitter will be reduced. So that's a good point made there. Final point, and probably needless to say, but I'll say it anyway. In order for all of this to work, you need need to be able to see the sky. I panned up there in the prior video, and I do see the sky enough out of that window to usually get a lock. And again, that improves the accuracy of the output. So again, maybe not worth stating, but you have to be able to see the sky for any of this to work. So there you have it. This again, I'm kind of amazed that I can just do this in my basement for $10 or $20, and interface board that I built out of junk box parts, but it's pretty cool, pretty amazing in my mind, and I hope you have as much success with it as I did. If you like these kind of videos, please give it a thumbs up. If you really like them and you like videos relating to, say, ESP32, free RTOS, etc., please subscribe. Thanks and have a great day.